On the first day of December in 2020, The Atlantic published an article with its thesis as title. The essay, entitled "Go Home Now," was a fervent, frazzled request, a demand, and a prayer. A vaccine is waiting on the other side of this pandemic winter, author Derek Thompson wrote. But before the temperature rises and before the vials are distributed, Americans will have to find ways to remain safe inside, at home. This article, along with many others like it, advocated a domestic strategy to contain COVID-19, the novel coronavirus that overwhelmed global populations starting in 2019. The argument of the essay was clear. Getting its citizens to stay home was the best possible shot the United States had to stem the tide of COVID-19 infections. In popular and political pandemic discourse, home emerged as perhaps the single most important institution for fighting COVID-19 across the United States. But not just any home. To manage the considerable demands of public life from the domestic sphere, the pandemic home had to be fortified with domestic technology that could connect the public and private. For instance, communication conferencing platforms like Zoom enable some people to maintain work and school obligations from home. Contract tracing apps on smartphones encourage users to document and share their location when they leave the home. Devices with thermal sensors and cameras evaluate individuals' temperatures, alerting them, and possibly their employers, if they fall outside of normal ranges. Data collected by these smart devices can be activated to encourage or mandate particular actions. When paired with a network surveillance infrastructure, technology is being used to enforce stay-at-home mandates by allowing authorities access to individuals' movement patterns. Emerging technologies have long influenced the domestic experience, including in years prior to the pandemic. Yet during COVID-19, technology's reach into the domestic sphere expanded even further. In other words, during COVID-19, many homes became smarter.